down the track?
Yeah, I just got back from the track. It smells good. Yeah, I had a good time in this one.
Have you ever driven a 392 powered SRT yet? This is your first?
I did a Jeep SRT.
Okay.
And this is, you know, after lunch, when it was warming up, I was gonna do all the more powerful ones. So.
Just so you know, this car, $39,990, 40 grand.
40, yeah.
And then add a couple boxes. Okay, check a couple boxes. This is 42.
Yeah.
You can't even touch it.
No. Okay. 2016 Charger RT Scat Pack. Let's get you the details here. 6.4 liter V8 SRT Hemi MDS engine. Now this type of car isn't really my kind of thing, but I want to do this in the name of research. Actually, I want to know what this is like because it sounds awesome. So I can take this on the track and I can take it on the road. Let's fire it up. Let's take it out on the road. I'll do a quick 0 to 60. Take it out on a track. The steering on this is really heavy, I'll tell you that right off the bat. I don't have a sunroof in here. There's a lot of black going on. It's kind of dark for my taste, but it is a muscle car. Let's see for a second. What does this say? Scat Pack. Brembo 4-piston high-performance brakes. And Bilstein high-performance suspension, 3.09 axle. It has keyless start, has everything. $41,685. Actually, my dad's friend used to have the Chrysler 300 Hemi. That was back in the early 2000s, and that was a really cool car. It was a sleeper kind of in a way, if you debadged it and all that other stuff. This thing, though, I mean, this is not subtle. This is definitely in your face. And I would love to just peel out in front of the neighbors if they ever gave me flack for not cutting the lawn. I don't know. Actually, that's not what I do. But basically, if you want to make yourself heard, this is the way to do it. Wow. The funny thing is, a bunch of old dudes check this thing out, and you know, you get their attention because this is reminiscent of their good old days. But at the same time, the power in this thing is amazing, and you know why they look. They know what this thing means. They used to live in a time when this was readily available. And it is today, for this price point. This is relatively inexpensive for this kind of power and noise and impression and everything. 41,000 is, you can do that in a heartbeat these days. And I have steering wheel paddles too. Okay, it's throwing me off a little bit because the speedometer is in kilometers, but I do know that 100 kilometers is 62 miles an hour. You know, I can hear it. It sounds like it's a good rumble, like a old school carbureted V8 rumble, but it's very smooth. There's a nice bulge on that hood. It's a reminder that you're in something with some serious horsepower. It's unbelievable. Again, I don't have all the stats on this. Wow. Okay, so you don't feel the acceleration. You hear it, but it's so powerful there's no surge. It's just you're going. Let's hear it. On the highway, it sounds great. We got some cows over there. I don't want to scare them, but I will scare myself. Now, I don't want to do the burnouts. I'm not a burnout kind of guy. I just want to do like 0 to 60. Like, that's a performance measure for me. So, as we all know, I'm pretty picky about that. What I have here is a handy dandy timer, and it shows the best time I've done, and it shows my reaction time. And another thing I can do here is change it to info, see my tire pressures and all that. But you know, when I'm looking at everything, you know, you can really play with this thing. The best is, well, since I started it, so don't pay any attention to that. And then you have all sorts of current G-force. So I think what we'll do is, you see the speed over here, and we have the G-force there. So let's give it a shot. Well, that's 70. We'll do it again. Yeah, it's loud. The AC is nice and cool in this car, I'll tell you that. It's amazing. But the ride is definitely sporty. I mean, I did not know this road was ever this bumpy. And the only thing that ever comes close to this bumpiness is, well, so far today, just the Golf R that I drove. This car they should call the troublemaker, because that's what this thing is for, troublemakers. I now know that if I see one of these coming down the street, I'm going to stay away. Warm-up lap. Kilometers, whatever the hell that is. That was pretty fucking quick. Oh, it bites nicely. All right, cool down lap. This thing is insanely awesome. I gotta tell you, if this doesn't put a smile on your face, you better go to the morgue. Now, I mean, noise is a concern, obviously, if you're using this as a work car and you spend a lot of time on the phone in traffic, on commutes or whatever. Conference calls, this is not conference call capable. This is definitely it's definitely for the manager who doesn't need to spend any time at the office, or the owner. Oh, the burble from this exhaust. So this is a full-size car category entrant for Texas Auto Rentals Association for well, for the whole press day we have here with a ton of press cars. What is this one? The best full-size car? I don't know. There are lots of others to drive too, like the Cadillac CTS, which I will now do. Thanks for watching.
You know, with Super Track Pack, this is a form of performance pages that allows you to do launch control, right? So you can set that up, customize that, launch RPM setup.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can set all that up. You also have drive mode setup, which here shows you kind of what the settings are set on, right? Steering, you got sport, traction, normal, etc. But if you want to get into it, you then can, you know, switch things around, right? So if you want, you know, harder shift points, quicker response, you know, put it in sport, paddles on, off, traction control, normal sport. This will let, you know, give you a little bit more feel on the track. Let it slip just a little bit for more control from the driver.
Okay.
And steering, right? So comfort, normal, and sport. So with the EPS system. So looks like you had a really good setup. You had everything kind of here. You might have had here, but you know, this would have given you a little bit more crisper shifts out on the track.
I wouldn't even have complained in the curve.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
So if you liked it here, I think you would have really liked it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, you know, you get all this for $39,995, and like I said, it's just it's an incredible value, and we can't.
It's a kick-ass proposition.
It is. And so this shifter here, you know, you can shift, you can push it left, and then you have the up down kind of the manual.
You can knock
mode.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you've got the paddle shifters as you probably played with when you were out there on the track. So.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
For the price point, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's
I mean, if you're wanting like the affordable muscle car, kind of like what my dad used to talk to me about, like the, you know, back in the day, those big blocks and all this other stuff. This is that.
Absolutely.
This is that.